Hi, welcome to Mommas and Mannies. I'm your host, Trina. This is a short form podcast for mamas that are looking for a quick burst of me time. As always, we start each episode off with a motivational quote or motivational mantra. This week's quote, wait, before we get to that, don't forget to share this episode with another mama that's looking for a quick burst of me time or looking for some self-care to start her week off. This week's quote is, your self-care journey is not about perfection, it's about the progress that you make. So that basically means that your self-care journey does not have to be perfect. If you have your self-care time penciled into your calendar or on your schedule and you're not able to get to it for that particular day, that's okay. You can always move it to the next day. If you do it in the morning, move it to the evening or move it to lunchtime. That's what we're going to talk about in this week's Mama Time. So your self-care journey is not about perfection, it's about progress. The biggest thing is you want to make sure that you're progressively getting better with self-care. If that's taken every Monday night just for you, every Saturday morning just for you, whatever day, whatever time that looks like, that you're progressing and making sure that that's something you like to do and it's actually satisfying you. So again, your self-care journey is not about perfection, it's about progress. But guess what time it is? It's mama time. Like I mentioned during the quote, you can move your self-care to your lunchtime if you're able to do that. If you're a stay-at-home mom or if you are a working mom and you actually leave the home to work, or if you stay at home and work. It's kind of like a combination of both of them. If you do that, take your lunch period, if you have a dedicated lunch hour, which I definitely recommend if you don't have one, try not to work through lunch every day, because lunch is a great time to actually relax and reset your mind and your body and kind of get your mind off of what you're doing. So just a quick side note, when I was pregnant with my first daughter, I worked a work from home job for a call center, and I worked from home. But what I would do on my lunch break, because we had to take an hour lunch break every day, what I would do on my lunch break, I actually watched the whole season while I was pregnant the whole series of How I Met Your Mother. I watched it from the first episode to the last season. If you've ever watched How I Met Your Mother and watched the last season, you know that season Barney and cannot think of the dark-haired one name that he married, but they got married. So I missed some of the marriage episodes, like 2 of them, but I basically watched the whole season from beginning to end, except those 2 or 3 episodes. But that was something while I was pregnant that was just for me. They had a lot of episodes that were kind of emotional. So it gave me that time. And you know what? Some of the episodes may not have been emotional. It may have just been the hormones when I was pregnant. But I watched that. I enjoyed it. That was something that I like to do. But we're not talking about that for this particular episode. If you want to watch a show on your lunch break, that's fine. Or if you want to do something else, that's perfectly fine. This week's Mama Time is about taking a walk outside. With the weather warming up and it's nice weather, it's not too warm and it's not too cold, a lunchtime stroll is a great way to break up the monotony of sitting at your desk at work or sitting inside the house if you're working from home or if you're with your kids at home all day. So taking a short walk basically boosts your energy because you get that fresh air outside. It helps you concentrate. Now you're not thinking about a whole bunch of stuff at one time. You're actually just thinking about walking or listening to the sounds you hear, if that's the birds, if that's the squirrels running around and just taking in nature, the colors of nature, especially like if it's fall outside, you see all the different colors of the leaves and how the trees have changed. If it's winter and it's not too cold, you see the trees don't have any leaves. And then if it's summertime, if it's not too hot, well, actually, I'm sorry, if it's spring, then you can see everything has bloomed. And then with summer, you basically see things how they are, if they have blooms, but you'll be able to see a lot of greenery. So take a short lunchtime stroll. You know, if you're not a walker and you're kind of like, girl, I can't walk 5 minutes without giving out a breath, start off slow. If you got to start off with 5 minutes, walking to your mailbox and back, go there. If you are able to extend it to 10 minutes, walk, a few houses down and come back. Then when you're able to get up to 20, 30, 45 minutes, that's when you'll really enjoy and relax and take your mind off things. And you're going to come back refreshed and ready to work. So think about that. Take your lunchtime stroll. Comment below and let us know if you take a lunchtime stroll now, or if you don't take a lunchtime stroll, you can take a walk before you go to work or once you get off work to kind of decompress. Let us know that. Please share this with another mama and make sure you're hitting the bell for notifications so you'll know when we're coming out with a new episode each Monday. And as always, remember, me time is essential and it's never selfish. Have a great week, mama.